Hi, and welcome back to
Inspired the Game. I'm Sean.
And I'm Lola. If you enjoy what you see here, please support our channel by subscribing down below.
And if you've already subscribed, thank you very much. Welcome back.
Today we are talking about Forges of Ravenshire, a game coming to Kickstarter April 15th.
Okay. In Forges of Ravenshire, it's a dice placement game in which you're competing to become the next Forge Master.
Before we get into our review of this game, we will give you a quick overview of how it's played. Forges of Ravenshire is played over 4 rounds consisting of 3 phases: the gathering phase, the production phase, and then the end of round phase. To begin with, you will have rolled your 3 starting dice, 1 of each color. You will choose whichever one you want to place out on the main board. You use the amount on its pip to decide where to place it. If I place it here, I am going to get the rewards based on my number that is below it. So I will take that on my board, and the second part of this action is I will choose a die that's out there already, not the one that I just played, to place in my guild. I will choose this one here, for instance. I will get the rewards corresponding to its pip, and I will place it in its corresponding guild. And now, on placing it, I get to run that guild. Now, over the course of the game, you are going to have a chance to put new guild members within the guild. When I run it, I'm going to get the rewards of each of those guild members. When I take those, as such, now the next person would have their turn. Play continues like this, back and forth, until everyone has placed one of their die, taken the corresponding rewards, and has taken another die, getting its corresponding rewards and running their guild. So once you have placed all 3 of your dice and gathered 3 dice, that signals the end of the initial phase. You will always end that phase with 3 dice on your guild board. During the course of that phase, you can also use action tokens to grab a contract to fulfill as long as you meet the requirements. And you can use an action to also acquire more guild members for your guild board, making sure to pay the corresponding cost. Then we move on to the production phase. The production phase is run simultaneously with all members. You choose from your dice to place them on various locations on this side of the board. The first location here allows you to run 1 of your guilds again for those additional resources. If you place it here, you will get 2 action tokens for the next round. If you place it here, you will get corresponding resources based on the number of your die, and same thing with this location. Another thing you can do with one of your dice is to place it at the charcoal kiln. To do that, you will need to spend wood to convert it into charcoal. Based on the pip of your die, you will also get additional rewards. The last location you can use on the production side is to place a die at the steel foundry. You will be using charcoal and stone to convert it into steel. You must do at least 1, and then you get the corresponding rewards of extra steel based on your pip. At this time, you can use what you have gathered through this section of the game as well as the gathering phase to complete a contract. You will have to pay whether it's leather, wood, steel, or a variety of other resources. When you do so, you get to place it up here in your collection spot for all the wonderful things you've made. Now, if you want to pay an extra few resources, these resources here, you can put it on this side and you get the additional reward, and same thing on this side. So it's for an additional finish, mithril, or an embergem finish. Once everybody has completed this phase, all the dice that remained out on the main board are gathered up, re-rolled, and the market of guild members here is reset. You take a look to see if anybody has achieved any of the titles, and then play proceeds, likewise continuing. As you go up this track, you'll be able to achieve the higher level contracts as well. At the end of the game, you add up all your money, convert your victory points to money as well, and see who has won the game. So to begin with, we want to let you know that everything that you just saw is based on a prototype of the game, and it is not the final thing. So that will change most likely during the course of the Kickstarter. So to begin with, you need to know that we love dice placement games.
Yeah.
We like games where you're playing with dice. I really, really love the mechanism of this game where you place a die and take a die.
Yep.
One thing I like about that especially is that it means no location is ever closed up to you. So unlike in some worker placements where you're playing and there's that constriction feeling, they go, no, I needed that spot. And then somebody took it and now your whole round is messed up. That doesn't happen here because no matter what, you can always place a die, or if you can't place it, you can take a die. It does sometimes require you to pivot on your strategy at times because what you're taking also indicates what guild you are running. So maybe you didn't actually want to run that guild, but you really needed that location. So there is a lot of pivoting that you have to do sometimes based on what your other players are doing. But I love that. I think it's a lot of fun. I like that it's less constrictive, but still makes you think, makes you work for it. And I love getting those double rewards, like place, get the rewards, take, get the rewards, get to run. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I love the, it's dice placement, but it's almost 3 phases of dice placement. There's the putting out the die. That's the normal dice placement you get with most games. Then there's the second where you take it away. But then there's the third in the production phase where the dice that you took away after you've run the guild with them, you're actually using them in the production phase as another dice placement. So everything informs into that second choice of, well, what color die do I want? Because what guild do I want to run? And what number do I want? Because I have to do this in the production phase to get the resources that I need to fulfill that contract that I just took. It's just a lot of good, solid strategy and just things to hang on to and remember, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah. And you can also earn talismans, which is something that allows you to make some adjustment on the dice numbers. So each talisman you can go either up or down by 1.
And the second part of it is that, of course, as you buy your guild employees, your guild workers, you're building an engine, and that's going to inform your choices as well as to what guild do you want to build, or what guild do you want to run to get those rewards that you just built up.
Turns are actually pretty quick too, which is quite nice. And I really like the simultaneous play of the production phase. That's always nice when you get some simultaneous play in there. And what's interesting, I find, as far as with the dynamics of filling out contracts, so you get to take the contracts in the gathering phase, but you fulfill them in the production phase. So that's nice too. So we're not vying for the same things and somebody takes it and like, oh no, I just gathered everything for that. You can take it, you can reserve it for yourself to do later. But sometimes, oh my goodness, it can be so challenging to feel like, how can I fulfill this contract? I need like 12 of this and 8 of this and this of that, and it's and you think, I can't get it. How can I get that in one round? Even just to fill that one contract, I don't see how that's going to happen. But yet you work towards it, and it happens every time, kind of almost magically. And sometimes you're even able to make 2 contracts work out. And so it's very satisfying, gathering all of your resources, putting it all together, getting the resources to do a finish too, so you get those extra benefits of playing it. Yeah. And so with theme, I think it's got a solid theme, and it really shines through. It also has beautiful artwork. Yeah, so we enjoy that. We both like look over at it's sitting right over there.
Yeah, the different blacksmiths. Mine was the weasel, but I also love there's a rabbit and raccoon pair, which I love the artwork. It's just fantastic. Yeah,
beautiful artwork. I plays really smoothly. It's dice placement, worker placement. If this looks good to you, I say check it out. Come April 15th on Kickstarter, because for us, this was a big winner. We tried to think about is there something that we didn't really like about it or didn't work for us, and we really couldn't come up with anything. This is a fun game, folks. If it's up your alley, check it out.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. Please check out some of our other videos, and as always, happy gaming, folks.